up. What's good?
What's up?
Yep.
What's up, everyone?
Gonna let
Another
some people
Friday.
join up real quick, but we're gonna start right now. Got an exciting day for you guys.
Yep. Let me retweet
Got
the
people in the
thing as well.
Discord already getting excited. Make
Love
sure
the
to
cord
join up. If
levels.
you're from the Discord, drop it in the chat. What's going on, you guys? Spade Prize Picks here, Mailman Locks with me.
What's
Here
up?
for our weekly NFL stream for you guys here in the lab today. So, you can find both of our dub clubs in the comments, but we're about to go over some spots for the NBA today. We've got a massive slate that we're really looking forward to going over. So let's get into it, you guys. We're really excited for today. Also, we've got two really exciting NFL games. When I'm talking about the two, I'm talking about Commanders, Lions, and then also obviously Ravens, Bills. But the other two are also exciting, but I'm just really excited about those two. It's a really good NFL slate this weekend. Also a great NBA slate today. What's going on, Mailman Locks?
What's up, Beast? How's it going?
Good, brother. Good.
I'm
Oh,
ready
good
to
as always.
ready to jump into it. Pumped for some NFL action. A lot of NBA today too, so got a lot to go over in our solo stream today.
Yes, sir. Let's get
All
it.
right. Cool. All right. We'll let the people come in. I know I got a lot of NBA spots. I know you have a couple that you're liking as well. I know we have a crossover
Yeah.
one as well.
Yeah.
So we'll
Pores.
we'll we'll jump into those. Yeah, I know he's gonna go off today. So
Yes, sir.
all right, let's
Yep.
see. I think we got the people flooding in. So it's just we'll just jump into it then.
I just retweeted the stream. Yeah.
Yep, I did as well.
I'm ready, bro.
All right, let's get into it. All right. So I'll start with my first play of the day, which is going to be Mark Williams, the
Oh,
center on the
popular one.
Hornets. Yeah, that one became super popular. Shout out Sportside Jacob. Him and I have been running collabs a lot recently, and we were both looking at that like 5 p.m. yesterday when it came out. So shout out to him. Super sharp,
Yeah.
underrated
You
for
got good
sure.
value too.
100%. That's since bumped to around to 18 and a half. It's at juice on some books as well, but it's a pretty simple read, mainly being that Nick Richards is now on the Suns. He's out of town, and the minutes restriction has been lifted. He just played, what was it, 37 minutes or 36 minutes a couple nights ago. So, expecting another big workload. The Bulls obviously get absolutely shredded in the paint, mainly the restricted area. And that's where Williams has scored 82% of his points this season. The Bulls ranked second to last in restricted area defense. And then over their last 15 games, the Bulls have allowed the sixth most points to centers. And obviously, we know their defense is Garbo. So it should be a high scoring affair, back and forth. Two solid offenses. I'm just liking Mark Williams. And the assists also give a little bit of value because with his minutes as they go up, he's had a couple spike games. As we look, if we see 25, let's go as 28 minutes because he's been playing a little bit more recently. You see 4, 4, 6, and 3 potentials, and in those outings, he's had a decent amount of potentials looks as well, and then also logged a couple of assists. So it just gives me a little bit more value, especially when we got at 17 and a half yesterday, which I
Yeah,
really liked.
100%.
Because that's when I think points was at juice. At that point, it was like 15 and a half minus 130, and I like the odds better on the PA at that point, so that's why we ran that one.
Yeah, dude's been hooping since he got the green light, and he's been healthy too. So
Yes, sir.
he's been going crazy. This definitely, I can see why it's a popular one for good reason.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he drop 31 points last game?
Didn't he? I think he did, right? Yeah, he had 31 last game against Utah.
That's
That's
nutty. How efficient
He's
was
just
he?
playing. Probably extremely efficient. Yeah, 12 of 14. I mean,
Okay,
when it's
yeah.
all in the restricted area. It's all in the paint. So,
I mean, we love to see that though.
Yeah, I know.
Great
I do
spot.
love it. Just seems mispriced. I feel like
I
this should
still
be up
think
at
the
like
bumps
22
are
and a
even
half.
playable too. I think that I
Yeah.
like the 29.5 PRA.
Yeah. That
I
last
don't
night
know.
when I was looking,
The PA
it was
is
at
good
30
too.
and a half. Some
Oh
wow.
man, yeah. It's
Last night
bumping
this
a
was at
lot.
28 and a half, and the reason Jacob and I went with PA was because there was a couple games in which he didn't cover with rebounds. Fell a little
Yeah,
bit
that's
short.
valid,
And the
bro.
Bulls actually like rebounding wise to centers is like kind of mid. So I mean, I just like
Honestly,
the PA look.
really sharp. I know they allow a lot of rebounds to like guards and stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
it's just I think it's a good spot for any way you play it, honestly. I
No,
think
yeah,
points, PA,
which is why I'm
PRA.
saying PA
Yeah.
might be the better move because they allow a ton of
Yeah.
rebounds to guards instead of bigs. So love that spot.
Yeah, that was the thought
Um,
there.
Yup. Yay, mailman. Hannah's in the chat.
What's up, Hannah?
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, let's go. Mark Williams, PA, 17 and a
Yep.
half, 18 and a
Yes,
half,
sir.
still playable for sure. Great
All
spot.
right. Alrighty.
Yeah, let's
You
get
want
in.
to hop on to...
Let's go into Porzingis.
Tingus Pingus time,
Yeah,
baby.
and I can kind of go into a little bit of. I'll go over the
Ooh,
initial
18 and a half. Nice.
little talk into it, but
Yeah.
so Porzingis is over this line in 12 out of 13 games with 28 minutes or more this season. Now there is a big, I think it's an 11-point spread on this game, so there is always blowout potential. But I don't like to factor that in certain scenarios, and I don't think that this really is an exception because this line is so low. I know it's not widely available anymore, but Kristaps Porzingis, 16.5 points, was at even odds last night, and both Mailman and I hopped on this very quickly because that line is simply too low with him going over that in 12 out of 13 games. Um, Orlando allows the eighth most free throws in the league, and they rank 23rd against post-up shots, which greatly benefits the way Porzingis plays. They also struggle to defend the pick and roll man, which with the way they've been playing recently, with Kristaps fully healthy, this should also fully benefit the way he's playing. Earlier this season as well, Porzingis played 37 minutes against Orlando, and he had an inefficient shooting night, going 2 for 10, but he saw 14 free throw attempts. So really good spot for him to get a ton of free throws.
Yeah. Yeah, it pretty much sums it all up. The fact that he was able to cover while shooting 2 of 10 is kind of what made it for me. And like just getting to the line, being aggressive. It was without Jason Tatum, but still like his volume was still pretty low. So I don't. It doesn't really matter. I was looking at something yesterday. I didn't put it in my write up, but even with Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Derek White all active, the hit rate's obviously still good. And when he's not on a minutes restriction, he's just been automatic. Like 28 plus minutes this season, he's 12 of 12, I guess, at 16 and a half. So
Oh,
that's
damn.
money. Yeah.
I must have had that wrong, but
I don't know.
he's
No,
been
this be bugging sometimes though too. Between
he's
that
been
and
respecting
madness.
coin.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
hundred
so
percent.
I've taken him 3 games in a row now, and he's cashed me for the over, whether it be including his points or just his rebounds and assists. We've been targeting his matchups accordingly, and it's been printing for us. So we've both been on that. It's been great. So we've been
I love
seeing
it.
green, obviously. You can tell by this chart. And you can see by the Orlando defense there on the right that they allow a ton of free throws. So this is just going to be a spot where, by the way they play as well, you can see by people like Embiid or Giannis going up against Orlando, they always target the bigs one-on-one. And so when he gets into the post, they're going to definitely just play one-on-one on him. And he's going to see a ton of chances to get free throws in those scenarios.
If Jakob Podol can do it, why can't KP?
Yeah, KP's going to go nuts. Yeah, KP's
Yeah.
better than most of these guys, bro.
No, I think it's a definitely a super solid spot. I'm liking that. We're obviously both on that. Honestly, I still think it's playable at 17 and a half. I don't think I'd take it 18, but at Fliff, the California sportsbook, it's actually still at 16 and a half. Is that juiced? It's minus 135, but if people wanted to play that, that's still available. So,
Yeah, 100%.
all right. Let's move on to, I guess I'll go to my next spot. I will go to my Rui Hachimura spot.
Yeah, I love this spot personally. I threw it on the Flex Friday Prize Picks promotion. I see that
Yes,
this
sir.
spot and Cam Whitmore are seeing a lot of like public love just because of the DFS being out.
Yeah,
Obviously.
100%.
But I think Rui has a better spot today, personally.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody on it when I posted either, which was nice. That always gives me a good feeling.
Or
But
no, my
yeah,
bad. I meant Max Christie. Max
Max
Christie's
Christie.
popular.
Yeah. He's getting minutes too. But my main thing with Rui today, it's a good matchup first of all, and also DFS is out, so Dorian Finney-Smith. So that matters because him and Rui have actually been like interchangeable with the minutes. So there's a correlation there when he plays that Rui's minutes go down. So he's out once again, personal issue. So whatever that is, I hope that gets situated and solved. But yeah, it's just looking like a good spot without Dorian Finney-Smith. We'll go over the matchup a little bit. It's actually fantastic for his play style. It combines 68% of his points have come between spot ups, which is 34%, transition buckets, which is 20%, and free throws, which is 12%. And the Nets actually rank bottom 5 against all of those categories, which we love. And then while they actually like on the season haven't been great, like rebounds given up, over the last month they actually are like middle of the pack, so it's evened out a little bit, which was nice. And then also Ruiz also covered this line in 3 games this season without D'Lo and Dorian Finney-Smith. He's averaged 26 PRAs per game, and that includes a 32 PRA outing against the Heat 2 nights ago. So I'm liking the volume. The spread's a little suspect, but Hopefully the Nets can keep it close. I want to check their injury report again too to see who's in and who's out. But if we just get those minutes, if we get that 30 minutes without Dorian Finney-Smith, he should cash this one pretty easily. Hopefully.
Yeah, he's been active, and the defense here in the restricted area is pretty weak. And if
Yeah,
you look back to
100%.
last game, bro was dunking like it meant nothing to him. Like bro was just pulling it out of nowhere, bro.
100%. Yeah, and then obviously D'Lo being gone is nice. Frees up some minutes, and then Dorian Finney-Smith being out too. It's just his volume's gonna be there. Hopefully he'll play those 30 minutes. They've been okay against wings this season. The Nets have, but when you
Yeah,
look, I feel like it's not as important defense against position when you look at the scoring zones. I think that's more important than like how they get their buckets rather than the position they play because people are gonna get them in their own way. So just
yeah,
looking
one
at
hundred
that, it
percent. I agree
made me
with
pretty
that.
confident. Yeah, and then also we got an even money yesterday. It's a little bit juiced now, but it's definitely still playable.
Yeah, 1000%.
Yep.
Nice spot. I like that. So I'd say for the next play that we go into, we either go into PJ Washington against OKC, or we go into both the spots that we like for the Minnesota Timberwolves game. I know you're on Randall. I'm on Edwards.
I was between them
So
though. Yeah, they were good.
yeah,
They're both
I
good.
think it's gonna be an offensive game for them for sure between the two of them with Dante
And the
out
garden. Yeah,
especially. So
that's
how about
huge.
we just hop into that one first, and then we go
All right.
into
We'll go to
PJ
yours
after.
first. You
All
got
right,
25 and a
perfect.
half, correct?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm liking Anthony Edwards a lot today for this game. Now, Mailman's really liking Julius Randle, so it's really just we're both liking two guys that have really high upside tonight for this game. I completely understand why Mailman likes Randle, and I have seen like the stats completely back it. But also Anthony Edwards has a great matchup, so I'll just go over that one first, and then Mailman can tell you guys about Randle. In a perfect world, they both go over. So let's get it. So Edwards has been on fire on the road this season. He's averaging 27.9 points per game when he's on the road, compared to only 23.6 points per game at home. So tonight, Ant is going to Madison Square Garden. Recently, we've been seeing, this is kind of just cliche, but we've been seeing stars come to Madison Square Garden and absolutely show out recently. So this is a great spot for Ant to show out as well because matchup wise, I really love this. The Knicks rank dead last in the league against defending the pick and roll. This is how Anthony Edwards scores 29% of his points. And the Knicks also really struggle against transition scoring, which Anthony Edwards obviously is a baller when it comes to transition scoring. He scores 16% of his points that way. And they've been getting better in recent weeks, but they have all season just been leaking 3 points. So they also struggle against 3-point shooting. Now, this is the first game this season where Dante DiVincenzo is out for the Wolves, I believe. I mean, I looked earlier on Props Cash and I couldn't find a game with Ant playing without Dante. So Ant should see an uptick in volume, and already recently he has been going crazy from three pointer. He's been chucking. He's averaging 9.9 three pointer attempted on the road this season. So he's absolutely firing from threes. And last season in Madison Square Garden, in the only game in MSG, Ant dropped 35 points on them. So the Stars love to shine in Madison Square Garden. Love this spot for Ant and the Wolves in general.
Yep. I was between the two of them last night, so I like both. I was like just back and forth because of the PNR ball handler stat and everything like
Yeah,
that, and just all that. But I think they'll show out because Rudy's not going to do anything against Cat if he plays, which
definitely
is
not.
questionable. But
Also,
hopefully,
his
hopefully he does.
I believe this line's still available, but his 3.5 three-pointers made at plus money is also a great spot. Like I said, he's been absolutely chucking from three recently. In the last 5 games, it's even higher. But on the road this season already, he's averaging 9.9 three-point attempted per game. If you look, just go put like his last 10 and
You can get a full
look at,
season.
yeah, full season. I know it's like 10, it's like 9.9 or 10 when you put on the road. But
Yeah.
last 10, it's even more, bro. He's been chucking.
No, I like it for sure.
Ever since
It's
that
a
little
very good
cold
spot.
streak.
Yeah, which I bet on him twice in that streak, so
Me too,
that's
bro. He
fun.
did burn us, but it's okay. We don't ban players, bro. It's
No, don't ban players. It's not
yeah,
good.
banning
How
players
many
is toxic.
Listen,
Someone named
always
OJ
taking
Simpson said that they like Porzingis for at least 15 points tonight. We like that too, my boy. He's getting
Thank you,
17
Juice.
in our world. Yeah,
Thank
thank
you,
you, Juice.
Juice.
He's getting 17. He's getting four free throws. He's getting all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And then I'll just segue right into my spot from this one, which is
Yeah.
Julius Randle at 19 and a half. Shout out Wiz Betts, had a great write-up as always on this collab spot for us too. Just kind of the same thing. Randall's going back to the Garden. Obviously, some motivation there, which we like. Their first matchup this season, he actually had 15 points in the first quarter, which was crazy. He went a little cold after that, but he didn't play any of the fourth quarter in the last couple minutes of the third due to I think it was a 26-point blowout. But obviously, we like that quick, efficient scoring. He also did finish with 24 points, so he's still covered. And then one thing I want to mention as well, he's over this line in 15 to 23 games when he plays 30 minutes this season, which is obviously great. And he's also over this line in 18 to 23 games when he's shot 14 or more shots. So that's great. So the volume should be there along with the minutes. He should be a minutes hound again, especially without Dante. It's not like a huge, obviously there's no basis to go with him out, but with him off the court, it's not too big of a difference. But also, one thing that Wiz mentioned in the write-up, which was really good, I thought, was that Dante is actually his second most assisted player, being Randall. So those are normally like driving kicks. So maybe he'll settle for a little bit more of the driving and finishing rather than the kicking without Dante, his like perimeter buddy. So that's another good look, maybe a little bit more scoring centric than facilitating. So
Definitely a sharp aspect there.
yeah, Wiz is
With
sharp. Love Wiz.
yeah, with Dante being out. Because I believe, correct me if I'm wrong if you can check, but I believe this is the first game that Dante is fully missing this season.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
almost certain. I don't think he's missed a game this season. I can check.
Yeah,
But
so we'll
let me
see
see.
today how that affects this game, but
Yeah.
we're making our shots right now at it. So
Yep. All
yes,
right.
sir. So all right. So after that, that's what we like for this Minnesota New York game in Madison Square Garden. I kind of like Karl Anthony Towns RA, but I didn't play it personally myself.
Yeah.
Last
did
time he
bump
played
down?
them, I know he. Oh wow, 15.5 rebounds and assists.
that
That is
real?
actually pretty appealing.
That'd be
but
money. Wait, I gotta check that.
At
Real quick.
FanDuel, FanDuel might be lacking because, in my opinion, I do like this spot for him. It became really popular before I even took a look at it, so I kind of just like mentally predisposed it as like a community play.
Fake line.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's at 16.5.
That'd be money.
Last time he played them, he absolutely torched them. Books know that too.
No Josh Hart though in that game.
Yeah, that is true. Josh
Yeah,
Hart
so
is playing today.
that's something to bring into.
I kind of I liked Josh Hart's my bad. I liked Josh Hart's under on points assist, and the reason for that is because the matchup for him is really bad. The Timberwolves rank top 10 in both his play type and scoring zone. So when I was looking on Props Madness on like against games with those filters against top 10 defenses in his play type and scoring zone, his hit rate was really low. I think he definitely is in a great spot to grab boards today, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I have to say about that. I don't have anything personally playing on this Knicks game. We've just got Ant and Randall.
Yeah, I
Two
don't got any
spots.
Knicks spots.
Someone's blowing up today for sure.
Yeah,
Hopefully they both cash.
Both.
Yeah.
60-piece combined.
Honestly, it could just be a game where it's just an Ant and Randall show. Rudy
Hopefully.
Gobert drops 2 points.
That would be
Jaden
ideal.
McDaniels drops 2 points.
Yeah, typical. But yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely like both those spots. Those are solid.
Yeah.
All right, you got any more for NBA? Oh, we did PJ, right?
Those were the we've got plenty of more spots to go over, but we've already gone over the two that I've officially played myself so far today, being Ant and Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably get into a few more. I locked in that Flex Friday earlier for the DubClub, so that's the two that I love. But I do have some spots that I am looking at in the lab today, so we can go ahead and go over to PJ because that's a spot I know you love. And that's a spot I love as well for a great matchup for PJ today.
Yeah. Did you get it at 21 or is it 20? Did you get it at 22?
It's 22.5
It's 23
everywhere.
now? Oh, no. Okay. I thought it bugged for a second.
Yeah, I like it at 22.5 still.
Cool. All right. You want to give him the spiel or do you want me to give him the spiel?
Well, let me pull up I'll pull up his stats real quick. I can give them
Okay.
a little the info real quick.
Sounds good. I was waiting for the spot all damn night. I locked this in on the Dub Club at I think like 1 in the morning.
Yeah,
So
good job.
yeah, I was waiting for it, and I was waiting for D'Lo too, but forever not
Huh.
given what I wanted.
Actually, bro, I can't do it. For some reason, my props madness is tripping.
Yeah,
For some
I
reason, I don't
got
know
you.
why it locks me out sometimes.
Oh, I got the link. Do you want the
Oh
code?
yeah. Oh, for real? Nah,
Yeah,
nah, it's all good. I already deleted it, bro.
Okay, all right.
What's
So
good,
I
Chris?
can go over it then. I'll go
Yeah,
over it then.
yo, Chris, we're waiting for the D-Lo lines. Both Mailman and I have been waiting for the assist line. That's what I'm personally liking.
Forever. I
You know,
freaking
Chris, the ladder god. I already told
yeah.
you about my boy.
I know the.
Yeah,
Ladder
he's
guy.
in the comments. Yeah,
What's up, Chris? How's it going,
bro's the
man?
ladder god. Shout out to Chris.
All right,
Bro,
let's
sharp.
so I got PJ last night at 21.5. Obviously, I still think it's playable at 22.5. Luca's out, and let me get the latest on Kyrie. I actually do want to see that. Do we have any update on that? Anything you've seen from Underdog?
Kyrie's probably playing. I think he's right now. He's listed probable, but he was also
Yeah,
listed probable last game, and then randomly got
He's
changed to doubtful. So
I'm seeing questionable. Lively's out as well.
you really
So yeah,
never know in the NBA these days.
Yeah,
Is he
this is the
okay?
season.
Yeah, my bad. He is questionable.
No, you're good.
But
Lively's out. Important thing.
yeah, Lively's out, but really last game Daniel Gafford filled in that spot really well. But that
Yeah.
was really a matchup spot for Daniel Gafford as well.
That's
It
one
was the
thing I wanted to
Pelicans,
point
so
out.
he absolutely destroyed them, going
Yeah,
for
so
27 points and 12 rebounds.
yeah,
But
so that
I like
that's
PJ
definitely
tonight
a result.
more.
Yeah, well, I honestly, because Jalen Williams, Jalen, not J Dub, but Jalen Williams, the power forward last game for the Thunder, he only played 14 minutes. Who was there like kind of stand in center without Hartenstein and Chet, which was
Yeah.
that was really noteworthy because I didn't know. I was thinking all yesterday. I was talking to JG Forprez, shout out him. Joel's awesome, but I was talking to him about this, and I was just trying to figure out is J Dub gonna be the small ball center again? Because that's what he was without when Hartenstein was working his way back and when Chet was out, and he actually did play some sizable minutes in that role last
Yeah.
night. So small ball, I think Gafford honestly gets run off the floor. So I think PJ could be that
100%.
makeshift kind of
Yeah.
small ball big kind of like just get all those boards. Obviously he has a really
Yeah.
good matchup as well from like the from distance and everything like that.
Yeah,
Because I wanted to
they-
go boards, but it
Yeah.
was too high.
I was trying to pull up
Yeah.
the graph so I could give him the exact number, but I do know that in terms of matchup, OKC, as much as they really lock up against the point guard, they're struggling against the power forward, and they're struggling against corner threes. So PJ shoots a ton of corner threes.
Yeah,
So
and spot ups.
I don't like the spot up shooting as well. So overall, in terms of matchup play, he was producing a lot more when Luka first went out, and obviously without Luka and Kyrie, it's a must at times if the matchup is right. But even with Kyrie back today, I like this spot for PJ to have a productive game.
Yeah, 100%. That's the benefit with playing him too, with like the whatever ambiguity. Yeah, around Kyrie is that he can just be ruled out last second, and then you see a 4 PR bump on this line. So
Yeah,
it's a good spot to
100%.
get some CLV for sure, which is nice. So
Man.
obviously the matchup is really good as well. So against
Yeah.
the Thunder earlier this season too, to point out without Luca, he almost covered it on rebounds alone. He had 17
went
boards and
stupid.
27 points. Yeah, it was
Yeah, that's an
ridiculous.
outlier game, but he went stupid. Obviously,
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, but small ball center.
Yeah.
If no Gafford on the floor, I like it because
100%. He's gonna eat.
Yeah.
He's gonna clean the glass then.
and the Thunder
Um,
obviously the whole season have been giving up a ton of boards, but over the last month they've been giving up like 57.5 a game, which is the second most in the league. So that's something to note.
Yeah, yeah, I like that spot.
But yeah,
Nothing
that's
I
a
really
that's a
like
solid
for
spot.
OKC today. Unfortunately, the read that for Jalen Williams, J-Dub yesterday was so sharp. He was at 25 and 3/4. They made they made everyone think that he covered, but we all knew he didn't.
That was dumb.
And if he had played maybe 2 minutes in the fourth, he probably would have cashed.
He didn't play
That's
any.
okay.
He didn't play
Yeah,
any.
it's
in the
okay
last,
though.
like,
That game
14.
was insane. Blowouts were in full play yesterday.
Yeah,
But
and then the people on the jaw when it's if you lose on something like that, you can't be mad. Nobody knew the Thunder were gonna beat the Cavs by a billion.
yeah, well, yeah, I for sure
Yeah.
didn't. That was
No,
crazy.
I did not either. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was still honestly tonight. I haven't even looked really at J Dub, but they bumped it down by one. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's something to peep. I haven't really looked
Interesting.
at all.
The PM, the props mad just worked for me, so I'm back in.
Whoa, Fliff has Jalen Williams PR at 25.5 right now.
Let me check out that matchup for him. I personally,
It's not fantastic.
it isn't.
Head to head,
But
still
I mean,
not.
he's still gonna see the same position that he saw last night, where he's playing
Without
the.
without Chet and Hart. Without Chet and Hart, he's 4 of 6. One miss last night was a hook, and then the other was against
Dallas
the
is
Suns.
allowing the seventh most points in the paint. They're allowing the 10th most rebounds. They play at the ninth fastest pace in the league. They don't allow 3-pointers, but he doesn't even shoot that
Hey,
many. I mean, he shoots 27% of his
J
shots from the
Dub's
three, but
J Dub's been a back to back demon too. Actually,
that's
he's
a
only
good
four
point.
7, 4 of 7 on back to backs, but 2 of them were misses at 24, where he played 26 minutes in a blowout against the Grizzlies, and then one where he didn't get like any boards. But obviously he's in a different position now. That might be a look. I
In
might play that.
terms of play type, they guard the pick and roll
Hey,
ball handler really
yeah.
well, and they also are
Mhm.
really good against transition. They're fifth best in the league, but they're bad at spot up, which is 20% of his shots. They give up the 12th most free throws in the league. They struggle against isolation. Not really his type, but he still shoots some shots from isolation. It probably wouldn't be what he's playing with what he's doing right now, but
His boards are at
being
five
the
and a
small,
half
is
at
that at
Juice.
playable odds? Yeah, okay, minus one forty
It's
five.
minus 145. It's just like upwards of like where I'd probably max out at.
Yeah, I'm gonna write this down. Jalen, I mean, he's gonna see a ton of usage just with both centers out.
Yeah, I don't mind that actually.
Yeah, me
Especially
neither.
that flip line is not readily available. That's one place, but that's nice. 25 and
What
a
is
half
it
is
on
nice.
Flip?
25 and a half, 135.
Yeah, that is really nice, honestly.
That's honestly not normally Flip would juice that thing to like 160.
Yeah,
So that's
I like
no
that. I like that.
rare flip line W. What?
Yeah, for real.
That is not
Cool.
commonplace.
Well,
All right,
that's
cool.
definitely a solid spot.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I'm expecting a solid game. Dallas. Yeah, I mean it should. What's the total on this game? Let me take a look real quick.
It
We've got a
is
225
yeah.
plus 7.5 point spread. Dallas are underdogs, obviously. OKC coming off of a insane blowout
It's
against the
crazy.
Cavs. Hopefully they're a little tired on their back to back.
I don't even know, bro. They didn't even play 30 minutes. Some of them.
Yeah, they
That's
were
actually one
steamrolling
thing to
last
note.
night. They're ready.
Yeah.
Also,
No.
they're probably juiced up. If I was them, bro, they're coming off of an insane game. They're probably juices are flowing for sure.
Yeah. Let's
But
hope the books don't confuse J Dub and Jalen Williams tonight on
yeah, that
point
sucks,
on
bro.
shots
That
made.
really sucks.
It's all right. That
So
was the difference between a. Oh man. Yeah. It's all right.
I've got a spot I want to point out. It's
Yeah. Let's see it.
I want you to go over to Damian Lillard's points. So this opened at 22 and a half. Really wish I could have gotten it there, but it's still available at 23 and a half on some books. I
Oh.
haven't decided if I'm going to play this 100% yet, but it was the spot I was taking a look at earlier. It is a blowout potential game. There's an 11 minus 11 and a half point spread in favor of the Bucks, and it is at home for the Bucks. And the game total is 232.5, so it's expecting to be a high scoring game. But if you look and put on the home filter, Damian Lillard has been going crazy recently from home. I mean, he's been pretty consistent overall. If you put his line down to 22 and a half, he's over in 13 out of 17 home games this season. And that's like 9 out of his last 10, which is pretty crazy. But he gets a great matchup tonight against the Raptors, who rank middle of the pack against the pick and roll ball handler, give the most free throws in the league, which Damian Lillard is getting 20% of his shots up from the free throw this season. They rank 24th against isolation, 24th against transition, 25th against spot up. Overall, it pretty much checks all the boxes in terms of the play types that Damian Lillard scores from. And then Damian Lillard shoots 51% of his shots from the above the break three. Toronto ranks 22nd in guarding it. They're weak against it. They're also weak against corner threes. Not really Damian's style, but still, they're just leaking threes. Toronto's been crazy against 4 point guards. And also on top of that, he is shooting 25% of his shots in the restricted area, where they are ranking 25th. So they're just checking all boxes pretty much in terms of a matchup that is set up for Lillard to succeed in. This is going to be a fast-paced game as well. as the Raptors play the 10th fastest pace in the league. So overall, like this spot for Lillard. I would if you can get the 23.5 line, or if you want to alt this down, I think 20 plus if you're out doing a little builder action is definitely safe to say. It could even be worth a little sprinkle on him to go over this line by a lot as well.
Yeah, I like it. I like it too with my play, my Giannis assists, which is
Yeah,
community as fuck, but
yeah. Go ahead and
it's still
transition into
solid.
that one because that's perfect
Yeah.
for that. Because I completely agree. This
Yeah, I was
should
looking
be a
into
game set
correlation.
up for Lillard to succeed and other spots in the team to succeed instead of Giannis.
Yeah, so my thing, so I locked in that Giannis play on DubClub last night. That was an exclusive on there. Posted on the card this morning. It's since bumped pretty heavily to 6.5 at even money. Shout out to the people that got it at 5.5 at even money, which is crazy. I wasn't fast enough. I just slept on it. Slow feed don't eat, as Mr. Spade says. So I didn't get on that at that quite at that good of odds, but still got on it. One thing to note with Giannis in terms of this is the Raptors just collapsed the paint on him completely. Like Chasing Dimes has some great photos on his write up for that, where he actually shows like the stills from League Pass where there's like six guys. They bring in a guy from the bench to get in the paint on him. So some great easy like wide open kickouts just about his guys hitting his shots. I do like that correlated with Dame as well as Giannis. Obviously Dame is his third most assisted player this season, and also from 3 point land. He's his most assisted player actually, which is super nice. We love to see that. So Dame Giannis for three is something that could definitely happen tonight in a pretty heavy frequency. And one
That's
other
an
thing I
aura
wanted to
play.
mention, yeah, it's I like that correlation play. It's super nice. And then he's covered in two games against the Raptors this season. He had a 7 assist outing without Dame on 22 potentials, and then he had a 13 assist outing, which was super nice. And then combined 36 potentials between those two games. And yeah, the Raptors have leaked assists, 10th most on the season. And then he's covered this line in 7 to 12 games against bottom 10 assist defenses. So pretty nice correlation play if you want to get something going with that. So
Giannis somehow finds a way to burn me pretty often. Like I know we said we don't like to ban players, and I will always play the matchup accordingly. But man, he seems to always burn me somehow.
you take him against the Magic?
No, I took
No.
his. Hold on. I took it. Let's see here. I took Giannis points under
Oh, against the Kings, where he hooked.
against the yeah against the Kings
Yeah.
because
Mm-hmm.
Kings rank second best in the restricted area where he
Domas can't
shoots
hold him.
83% of his points,
Yeah.
and then they rank third best in the paint. And
Domas can't hold
they
him.
lock up his play types, but man, he sure found a way to hook me by .5.
He isn't a play type. He is the play type. The play
Yeah,
type is
honestly,
Giannis.
bro.
Yeah, but
It is, yeah.
the
The play
type
is Giannis.
The play is Giannis. Yeah, but I like that correlation tonight. That could be pretty nice. I felt pretty
Yeah.
awesome when I had Dame against the Magic points wise when community was on Giannis. That gave me a little pep in my step. So that was cool.
good to
But
hear.
today I like Dame again, and I like Giannis to find him. So those are some two very solid spots.
Hundo P, bro. Like
Yeah.
that.
And then
So,
do you have anything else for
I
NBA?
do.
Okay,
I have a
two
spot
more.
that I want to ask you about. So,
Yeah.
it's a spot that I think is really mispriced.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I'm missing, honestly. I'm looking at it and I'm saying, and it looks good to me. I want you to go to the Lakers game. It's not D'Lo. We're waiting for
Not
D'Lo
out.
lines.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're not out yet, but I want you to go to Austin Reeves.
AR assists points.
RA. So it was 10 point. So you can get it at 10.5 on Underdog and Chalkboard, which is what I like. So that's the line I'm going to be taking. So go ahead and just put the line to the Caesars line because that line does exist right now. It's juiced on Caesars. You can also find it on MGM Prize Picks Underdog, which is what I'll be playing it on. On like FanDuel and DraftKings, they've already bumped it to 11.5. So I have Line Shop. It's at plus money at 11.5. But I don't know what I'm missing here. I know they don't allow a ton of rebounds. If you go and check at the defense, but
It's fifth best, I think.
yeah, they're fifth best in terms
Or
of rebounds.
against shooting guards. It's
But he hasn't
just a
been
matchup,
playing
though.
like a shooting. He hasn't been playing. He's been
Yeah, he's
playing like
been
the point guard, bro. 100%.
facilitator. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been the passes he's been making have been insane. If you take it as look at his potentials, they've been insane. It's all checking out there. I like the 10.5 rebounds and assist line. Honestly, it was just something when I was looking over it. I just feel like that's too low. I feel like his upside is pretty crazy. And on underdog, I know that's really juicy. Would not play it there,
Yeah.
and I'd say it's even worth a play. Like I don't know, I wouldn't want it at 11.5. I really like that 10.5. It's pretty solid value on both chalkboard and underdog right now, which is where I'll be playing it. But yeah, so that's just a line I wanted to take a look at and ask what your thoughts were because he's been making passes. He's leading the team in passes ever since D'Lo left the team.
Yeah.
And when he first left, he was getting a ton of boards. He's kind of tapered off, but
Yeah, I know LeBonbon's been assisting a good bit recently. So maybe that's corrected a little bit in terms of
yeah, the king.
assist totals like distributed between
Yeah, maybe
him
he's
and
not leading
Braun.
anymore. He was going when the trade
Yeah,
first happened.
crazy.
He was leading the team in assists. When the trade first happened, he went 20 rebounds and assists, 22 rebounds and assists, 19, 19, 13. And then he had a drop off of 10 and 2. Or no,
His
5,
assist
my bad.
lines. His assist lines were gifts when D'Lo first left.
Yeah,
Those were
seriously.
nice.
Like
Those were awesome.
5.5 was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Those were
yeah,
nuts,
so
but-
that was just a spot that caught my eye. Just wanted to
Mhm.
ask what you thought about it.
I like it. I think it's being too discounted by matchup, probably. That's my thing. The potential's been still pretty solid. He's seen 18 and then 25 combined potentials over his last 2 games. That's pretty solid. I had to check more on his conversion rate, but besides that Dallas game, everything's been close, right? I guess it's probably just the spread mixed with the matchup. That's kind of discounting it, but it feels like it should be like 12.5, 11.5 with juice. Kind of
Yeah,
reminds me of
because
the
after
like
those big games, his line was consistently opening up around 12.5, 13.5.
No, that's I think it's a little too heavily discounted. The juice is a lot on Caesars, and MGM's pretty high too. That Prize Picks line definitely is not real, but yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
If you can
pretty
stack,
much
like, if you
underdog
wanna-
is where it's at.
yeah, it's
Underdog and
0.92
chalk.
on underdog, which is not too bad. That's not like
Yeah,
horrible.
they're also solid
Which,
spot.
yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind it at all. I think
They've also
I like
been-
it. Yeah.
They've been handing me random ass promos too.
Where are mine?
Dude, they took them away from me. You were arguing too much. I haven't gotten there quite
I
yet.
did. Well, you've only been on it for like 2 weeks.
Only like a
yeah.
month. Yeah, I've had underdog for a month.
They
Yeah,
jebaited
that's probably
me.
why they
took
keep giving
everything.
me promos. They love giving me promo
They took
profit boosts.
everything. They
'Cause
took
I
everything
just
from
got
me.
them. Yeah, I like it though. I can
took
play
everything.
lines like that, and it's like plus money pretty much. But
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, that's all the NBA spots that I personally have today. So I'll let you kind of take the lead for NBA for the other two.
I actually talked about all the spots I played. One thing I did think last night, I kid you not, 4 p.m. yesterday, I was looking at Zion RA at 10.5. I was staring at it. This was before this community wave came through. I just was looking at it, I'm like, that doesn't seem right. And then I didn't play it. It gets community, gets juiced, bumps, Misi gets ruled out, and now he's at 12.5. So
I forgot about that's crazy.
So if you see something like that and it just looks like that, and you're like, damn, I
Sometimes
should
your
play
gut
that.
is damn right.
Yeah, just play it. But honestly, my thing with the reason I didn't play it originally yesterday was they're playing a shitter. Who are they playing again? I think they're playing. Are they playing Port? They're not playing Portland. Who are they playing? They're playing Utah without Markkanen, Kessler. Like everybody's out.
That game's
So-
gonna be rough.
And he played 24 minutes last game, so I was just like, huh. And
Dude,
I
he's
played Zion.
conditioning.
Yeah, I know. Maybe he's still eating.
That's why he was ruled out. He was conditioning.
Yeah,
It
so
said it, bro.
yeah, but so now I'm worried that if his conditioning still ain't right, he plays 20 minutes in a
Hey.
30-point blowout.
He just got ruled out for a game to condition. Hopefully they ran him into the dirt, and now he's ready to go play 40 minutes tonight.
Nah, he took a trip to McDonald's. But it's
Oh
alright.
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But yeah, that was the spot I was looking at. But in terms of leans, I kind of spent so much of my brain power last night looking that I
Hold on.
just haven't had the time to look through.
Let me read off my Prize Picks Flex Friday.
Yeah.
I'll show the peeps.
Look at the drip.
Oh wait, actually, I'm just gonna read it. What drip? Oh, DubClub drip. Let's go.
I have your bag still.
Dude, I need my
Bring
hat.
Dropped. You're cut.
Oh
You're
man.
off of DubClub now.
I need my hat.
Vods, clip it. Give me that.
Give me that.
So let's
All
go
right,
to
all
Bruce
right, all
Wayne.
right. I've got yeah, don't mind the voice crack. I've got Rui Hachimura PRA over, PJ Washington over 22.5 PR, Peyton Pritchard under 2.5 defensive rebounds. A little sharp line I think I found in Prize Picks. Anthony
Degenerate.
Edwards over 8.5 3-point attempted. Drew Eubanks, that's the backup center, obviously, for Utah in that crappy game. But over 5.5 defensive rebounds. And then Kristaps Porzingis, I couldn't decide besides playing his bumped line on Prize Picks or just playing free throws. And I went with free throws, and I hope it doesn't bite me in the butt because he had 14
made?
3.5 made.
Yeah, okay, that should be.
He had 14 attempts last game against them. Wendell Carter loves to foul, so I hope it comes through. So yeah, got the Prize Picks Flex Friday right there. You get refunded if it loses. So got the little 6 leg. If you want,
it's not losing.
Yeah, it's not losing. You get it back. It's not losing if you know you're gonna win.
Spade's giving 10 subscribers if it doesn't hit $100.
So yeah, if you want to join the Dub Club and get this one, I drop it so you can beat the lines, the bumps. Make sure to join up using the links in the comments. You can find both of our Dub Clubs there. We just went through a ton of NBA game. We just gave y'all straight bangers. So I hope you were locked in and listening. I personally was too. I got a note of everything, every single one we put in.
He's a student of the game.
Yeah, I am a student of the game. I got to know how we're doing, bro. So
you want to give him a little recap of the plays we talked about then? For
NBA
at least?
Yeah, okay. Perfect. So for NBA, Mark Williams, over 28.5 PRA. That's what I was personally saying. And then Mailman played 17.5 PA. Yep. Great spot for Mark Williams. Let's just go ahead and say the PA was the official play because that's what he played. I did not play this personally. Great spot for Mark Williams. And then Kristaps Porzingis, over 16.5 points. Great matchup for Porzingis against Orlando, who's going to play one-on-one on him and give him a ton of free throw opportunities. Hopefully, he had 14 last time they matched up. Wendell Carter gives up a ton of fouls. Next up, PJ Washington, over 21.5 points rebounds. I still give the green light to play that at 22.5. I'll probably be playing that myself. I have that on the Flex Friday. Damian Lillard, over 22.5 points. That is not a spot that either of us have locked in officially yet, but that is a spot that I was looking at. Great matchup for Damian Lillard against Toronto, who should feast off of assist from Mailman Locks play Giannis assist.
From me.
Yes, sir. From you. He's going to get the lob straight up from Mailman.
They don't know about my runs at Chica. They don't know about the hoop demon I am.
Yeah, for real, bro. Bro be going crazy on court. I heard. Yeah, don't put me out there, bro. Next up, we've got little lean I have, not an official play at Austin Reeves, over 10.5 rebounds and assists. If you can find a good price on that, I think that's worth a play.
Yeah.
Then Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle, we've both got individual thoughts on how this game will go, but they could both very well go over, but we both just know individually we both got Anthony Edwards, 25.5 points, that's from me, and then Mailman's got Julius Randle, 19.5 points. Both have great matchups and great reasons to take the over there. I'm really hoping in a great world they go over. What's up? Are you raising your hand?
Austin Reeves is minus 115 on FanDuel, so if you have that access on 10 and a half. So that's
perfect.
All right,
yeah, FanDuel minus 115. That's a great price to grab that. If you have that, unfortunately I don't have FanDuel in California. Really sad, but that's a steal of a price in my opinion. If I can find something similar on DFS, I'll definitely be playing that. And then we were looking at something we didn't play officially either, but something that we were both looking at is Jalen Williams. His 5.5 rebounds is a pretty solid spot, as well as his 25.5 PR, if you can find that at good value, like on the Fliff Sportsbook in California. A spot that you need to look out for tonight, a very good spot that I will 100% be playing if the line opens up at a reasonable price, is going to be D-Lo. Yeah. I think everyone's sharp money's all on D-Lo tonight, so make sure to get that in as soon as you can find the line because it will move fast. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of attention on D-Lo's props tonight. but it's just going to be a great matchup. Revenge game for D'Lo going up against the Lakers in LA. I
What are you
believe
gonna
it's in
play?
LA.
What do you think you're gonna play when it comes out? I know it depends on the lines, but will you look at like
Oh, I
PA
think I'm going to play
assists?
assist.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was looking at too. Yeah.
Yeah, so D'Lo assists. That's a spot. Could be worth a ladder if they give us a soft line, in my opinion.
5.5, please
I
open at
mean,
five and a
even
half.
with Ben Simmons in, we saw he's diming.
Yeah, please open at 5.5. I beg. Don't give me 6.5 at plus money. Don't do that.
Yeah. So I might have missed him. Were there any that
Yeah.
you yeah,
Yeah,
go
I
ahead and
had
go over a few.
we had PJ, we had Giannis assists, we had KP points, Julius Randle points as well for me, and then Rui Hachimura 17.5 PRA. You could still actually snag that at that spot, so I'd play that as well. And then yeah, we touched on Mark Williams. So that's for NBA, that's what we got. A lot of plays. We just gave out like 12 plus, so
We just gave y'all some straight game. I swear to God, listen, and I'll recap this when we come back next week because I have a great
Ooh,
feeling
we should
about
start doing
today's
that.
card. Yeah, well, because I actually
That's
meant to
fire.
because the other week, it wasn't last week. Last week, a couple blowouts affected our
Yeah.
picks. We had about a 50% hit rate last week. But the week
Boo.
before that, the picks that we gave out went 6 for 7 on
Yeah,
NBA.
that's fire. All
I
right.
didn't track NFL, but I'm gonna start tracking the picks we give out here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 written down. We will
There we
track
go.
how these 10 do.
That's fire.
Those 10 are Mark Williams, KP, Rui, PJ, Damian Reeves, Ant, Randall, Jalen Williams, D'Lo. I hope you guys were locked in
Yeah.
because some game.
Do you want me to put you on a little bit of NFL right quick?
Yeah, so
We'll talk through a little bit of the divisional round.
definitely. I've got 2 plays that I locked in, but
Okay.
I swear the second I locked it in,
Good
they
plan.
both bumped, and I couldn't even drop it to
Who
the
was it?
Dub Club in time. It was It was Jaden Daniels. I told you. I
Rush
texted
attempts
you
and
on
then
in the
Lamar rush
phone.
attempts.
Yeah, so I hit up Mailman because I saw Mailman already was liking Lamar Jackson rush attempts. That was a spot I was going to target as well. So when
Yeah.
I saw he posted that, I was like, all right, I know that's for like we both like that. It's going in. So Lamar Jackson rush attempts at 8.5, and then I paired it with Jaden Daniels 8.5 rush attempts at plus money,
Wow.
and it's now 9.5 at heavy juice.
Fire.
I can't
That's
play it,
awesome.
bro. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
I
I
like
can't
it.
post it. That's
It
still. This
bumped
is a good personal
instantly,
though.
bro. Yeah, and I sent it to my roommates, and they got it locked in.
Oh,
And I
lucky
swear,
Hayden.
yeah, but I swear to God, the reason I found out it bumped was because they texted me and they were like
So
JD's already
instantly after.
moving. So I'm like, oh, yeah,
Yeah, so
but it is
instantly
what it
after. That's
is.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
so
quick with it, but
there's
it's still
been a
spots I
lot.
like, so we can go ahead and go into that. That's my little spiel.
Yeah.
Um,
There's been a shit ton of movement for these games. So I
yeah,
was in the lab
NFL
on
playoff lines are
Monday.
sharp.
I was in the lab on Monday because I know I had the time, luckily that day, and the lines had just opened. So I managed to snag a couple spots that are probably gone or pretty juiced right now, but still worth like a little talk through. So I'll
Yeah,
take you through the first one. I had two reception lines in this the first game on Saturday. So we'll go through that. First
is
one
one
I
worthy?
got, it is Xavier. This is actually still playable at minus 140. I don't know how long that's going to be there. I don't care about the juice. I'm playing that 100%. I managed to get it at even money, which was super nice because it was like right when it opened, but minus 140 is still fine. I thought this would have been 5.5 by now. So we'll take
Big
that. I'll
points.
take that anytime. But yeah, I want to talk through that a little bit. It's hard because I have to go through each individual one I posted to try to find it. Because with NFL, I write too much of the headline on my Dub Club, so I have to open every single one of them.
Yeah,
Let's see. So let me get this one open. But the kind of just the main spiel of it while I find this thing and get it open was that the same thing we saw happen last year with Rashee Rice is happening again this year. The rookie is stepping up, making big plays, becoming the target hound for the offense. So I actually have this up right now. I did this at the gym on the treadmill, saw the line open. So I'm
on the
always locked
Treddy.
in. I was on the
Damn, bro.
treadmill doing it. I was in between the sprints and I was on my cool down and I found this spot. So just kind of what I gave as the little basis for it is that Worthy, obviously, focal point of the Chiefs offense at this point. He's covered this line in 5 straight games. He's averaging 8.8 targets per game. And then when the Texans and Chiefs matched up on 12-21, Worthy had 7 catches and 11 targets, which was a team high. And then I also think the Chiefs, well, the Texans will cue in on Kelsey again. Obviously, like in the playoffs, you want to take away the number one weapon. You're going to do that in a multitude of ways, but with taking away Travis Kelce kind of takes away that security blanket. So I like Worthy on these little like screen routes he's been getting, everything like that. Just easy receptions that I swear if he has one that gets ruled a rush attempt on Saturday, I will lose my mind if we hook on that, because that's been happening a lot recently where these passes have been right on the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage. And it's up basically to the to the keeper
If
of the
you're an
stats to
NFL
decide.
or NBA stat recorder, make sure to hit up my business email at spacetimepicks@gmail.com. I have a great offer for you.
I got a fat stack of cash for you. But yeah, that Worthy
Need
line.
someone on the inside.
We do, man. We got to commit fraud. No, but yeah, I like the Worthy line at 4. Yeah, it's at -140. This is a real line, so I'm 100% still playing that. Also, the coverage also dictates a pretty good matchup for Worthy too. I wasn't able to go full in on that when I was at the gym because I couldn't pull up these beefy stats websites. But I think Texans run a decent amount of man. Worthy obviously good against man. Been separating really well as well, and then also like I mentioned, easy targets behind the line of scrimmage, right in line with the quarterback, like low A dot. So just give me like those easy scoops at 4.5 for sure. So that's a spot
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like
definitely taking on the Rasheed Rice role.
100%.
That was apparent.
Dude, if they had Rasheed still and Worthy was still coming on like this, they'd be nuts. I'm so glad they don't. Well, not glad that they don't have Rasheed because he got hurt, but this Chiefs team, like, I can't take them winning anymore. I hope Rasheed
Bro, I
gets
lost
better.
Rasheed Rice and CMC off rip.
That was the most unlucky draft combo ever, dude. That's crazy. Another spot I played in this game, which this is long gone actually. Wow, this is long gone because I managed to get on it at a good time. John Mechie I got at 2.5 receptions at even money on Monday, but then we saw Deontay Johnson get cut the next day, and Robert Woods hasn't practiced all week, so that's kind of dictated this little jump to 3.5. But my kind of feel for that when I posted that was he had 8 targets last week after fumbling on the opening drive, and they still went back to him. They didn't put in Deontay over him, obviously, because that guy clearly is just a toxic locker room presence. But
Bro,
yeah,
I don't know what's going on with him.
he's back on the Ravens, but he won't be
He's
instated
getting passed
until
around.
he won't get instated back onto the Ravens until after the playoffs. So they claimed him though. So I have no clue what's going on with that. But yeah,
If the
Casey
Ravens
should.
win a ring, does he get it?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't feel like he should. He didn't. All he did was
That would be
complain while
crazy.
he's there.
Imagine you see on
Oh
like
my God.
Deontay's IG after they like a week after the bowl, and he's like got like a little ring on his finger going nuts or something.
That's gonna become a meme so quick, dude.
Yeah.
That's that you don't do any of the group project, dude, and then you get
Dude, yeah,
and
you're
then
so
you get
right.
the A, and you get the A.
I don't know, but yeah, bro's on a winning organization now, so we'll see.
He was there like a month ago and they cut him. The
I know,
Ravens.
bro. It's like a toxic relationship.
It is. They
It's
keep going back to
yeah.
Deontay. He must have smooth game. He must smooth talk the teams.
He
So I'm
smooth talked his
sorry.
way back to the
Yeah,
Ravens.
I'm sorry, that wasn't me. I'm not like that.
Yeah,
It's not an accurate
seriously. He said it'll be
representation.
different. It'll be different. this
Deontay
time.
Johnson is a gaslighter. He has to be. But no, that was a funny spot. Mechie, that's one of my favorite plays from that game as well. These lines do get very sharp though. Like right now on a Friday, going into the NFL weekend, these lines are going to be like, I wouldn't be surprised if most of them finish within a yard or two or a catch or two or whatever or two between like what they have posted. It's hard to bet on.
Yeah,
NFL
100%.
playoffs.
Yeah.
But if you find a spot, don't be afraid to let it rip and ladder that thing too.
Did
You got that gut feeling.
Did you talk about JD? Or I can talk about JD. I don't really have a write up for him.
I didn't play that, so
Yeah, what about Lamar?
I did play Lamar, but I
Did
do
you talk
not
about
have a-
Lamar?
Yeah, I mean, it was basically just my thing was super tight game. I don't have all the stats up yet for everything, but
Yeah.
super tight game. MVP, obviously, battle of the two MVPs. He just had 15 rush attempts against the Steelers, who he's historically just completely stunk against because they face him twice a year. So
Yeah.
they're privy to his running style and what he does, and they still couldn't stop it. I think Lamar opened the game with 6 rush attempts. Like he had 6 on the first drive or 5 on the first
Yeah,
drive.
bro
So
was
obviously,
going crazy.
yeah, not afraid to use the wheels. Zay Flowers is still out, so maybe a little bit more lean on the run game, more
Yeah,
action with
100%.
Henry.
I like that too.
Read option action, and then that's pretty much it. Like they're gonna cue in and stop on. They're gonna try to cue in and stop Henry. That's where those rush
Yeah.
attempts came against the Steelers. So and Derrick Henry absolutely fucking cooked the Bills earlier this season. So if they're queuing in on him, trying to stop him, I could see Lamar getting 9 rush attempts in the first half, dude. So
Love that spot as well. So I'm on JD. So take a look at this. He got 36 rushing yards from 13 carries last game.
Yeah, the Bucks are tough.
That's
I
a little
guess.
bit of an outlier, but I still
Whoa.
love. Dude, I know. This opened at 8.5. It was on FanDuel. It was on Underdog. It was everywhere. 8.5 at plus money, and
What,
now
that
it is
minus
10.5
166?
at plus money, and it is 9.5 at minus 166. So I can't play this now. Obviously, I had locked it in at 8.5 and 8.5 personally, but I didn't even put that much on it. I put half a unit on it. Like I don't know. I think that I like wanted to like look into it more. And all of a sudden,
valid.
the books just took it away from me.
That's a
like
that's a
candy
fire
from
lay
a
though
baby.
too. That's such
Yeah.
a good lay.
So I'm excited, but like I couldn't give it out to anyone. So I'm like a little mad at myself for not putting it in faster. So it is what it is though. This happens. This moved extremely fast though. So JD at 8.5 is a great spot in my opinion. You can see when you put it down to 8.5, he's got a better hit rate. But just in general, it's the playoffs. It's going to be a crazy matchup against Detroit. JD is going to have to use his feet. He's going to be dropping back a lot too, and Lions are going to put pressure on him. I can see him having both designed QB runs and just opportunities to run it where he will take it because he's willing to risk it all. So, love that.
Little callback on my spot too in this game was none of these NFL spots I've talked about except for Kincaid, who I haven't talked about, have not been posted on Twitter. So just a little sneak peek. Little deep dive into what I'm behind the scenes, and
100%.
we're running back B-Rob under longest rush again this week.
Yeah, that was sharp as hell.
Yeah, me and the boy A1. That was probably my sharpest find of the NFL season last week. That was awesome.
Yeah, bro.
So that was cool.
That was really, really good. I was watching.
I was locked in. I was tired of these mid NFL weeks and stuff like that. You just gotta get dialed.
Sweaty reads.
Yeah, I think
a
right
little
now,
sweat free.
Right now, what are we on NFL playoffs? I'm definitely above 60% hit rate. I'm probably like 65, something like that, which is nice.
Yeah, excited to get
keep it going. 65 to 70.
Yes,
so we got to keep that going. But yeah, that's been nice. B-Rob, obviously, kind of the same exact read as honestly last week, except the Lions are a little bit worse at the run defense just because of all the injuries they've accumulated and everything like that. But just a little thing. Since week 10, let me actually get on this first for y'all to see. It's bumped down since to 10.5 thanks to Mr. A1 who actually has the most motion on live movement I've ever seen. I keep saying that. I keep going back to that, but dude will like post one in the Discord. We're running the collab and it'll be gone 2 seconds later. So I have to like space it out when we collab and say post yours 30 minutes later. But that's funny. So Brian Robinson, it's bumped down to 10.5. Honestly, still playable. Same read as last week we took against Tampa. Since week 10, the Lions have allowed an explosive rush rate of just 3.1%, which is the 7th best in the league over that stretch. And they've also logged a stuff rate of 47%, which is the 9th best in the league over that span. And then over the last 2 months, only 2 RBs have covered their respective longest rush prop against Detroit. And that was James Cook, who had a breakaway 41-yarder. And then Josh Jacobs had a 19-yarder on like some like crazy reverse the field play. And then over those 2 months, just 3 running backs have registered a carry of 10 plus yards. So, and Brian Robinson lost carries actually to Austin Eckler on the final drive of the game for the Commanders last week. He got out carried by Eckler 3-1. So if we see a little evening out and B-Rob gets sub 10 carries, like it's money because in games with 12 or less, he hasn't covered this line.
Little 30-year-old egghead Austin Eckler stealing B-Rob's carries out here in 2025.
Put Humpty Dumpty on a T-shirt with Austin Eckler's face over it and put little 30-year-old egghead. And then
I was watching the play-by-play, and once I saw Austin Eckler getting all the carries, I knew you were feeling so good about your read.
Dude, because remember the Puka one that happened to us earlier this season? We were
that was so
money.
That was so bad. That was so bad, bro.
It still haunts me. We were money through
silence in the living room, bro.
Silence in the living room. Money through 3.5 quarters. Then he gets a bomb 51-yarder. His longest catch before that was 7. So I've had bad luck with longest reception, but money luck with under longest rush and longest rush. So those were definitely spots like in my first year NFL capping. Going back to next year, when we get back to that, I'm gonna hammer that earlier in the season way more than I did.
Great thing to look back on for sure.
Yeah, it's picked up for me in the later half, but 100%. Yeah. Next season, I will be only posting longest rush and longest reception props.
That's crazy, but okay.
But yeah,
Couldn't be me, bro.
Yeah, well, I think, do I have any other exclusive DubClub plays?
James,
I think I gave them all out.
Wade, Bosch, Dwayne, Wade, Chris, Bosch. My bad.
Do we need to end stream? Is there we reaching?
No.
I think we might be reaching that point.
No, I just saw. My bad. I'm just actually. I don't know why. I just saw something that was pretty funny over that. I can't share though. Okay.
Alright. You gotta keep it on the DL, but excuse me. That's pretty much all my props I ran. I have Kincaid posted on X if you guys want to check that out. 28.5. That's moved to like 30, but that's still money. What's up? Oh,
Yeah.
hi Alex. But
Yeah. All right.
that's
Well, we pretty much got a ton of spots
Yeah.
out for today. I can give a little recap about it, but I think we really pretty much went through everything. But
yeah.
Mark Williams, PRA, PA. He's going to see a ton of usage. KP, points. Kristaps Porzingis, that is. Rui Hachimura, PRA. PJ Washington, PR. Oh, I should clarify. These have all been overs. I'll include
Yeah.
that.
We're
Damian
overrunning
over
numbers
20.
today.
Damian Lillard over 22.5 points. Austin Reeves over 10.5 rebounds and assists. We both like Anthony Edwards. We like two players in this game. I like Anthony Edwards, and Mailman likes Randall to go over their points line. Jalen Williams over 5.5 rebounds / 25.5 points rebounds. And then keep your eyes out for a D'Lo assist line.
Drop it, you frauds.
Swag, bro.
I know,
Yeah,
I'm
the sports books are
dead.
genuinely scared. They don't know
Drop
what to
the
drop it at.
lines.
They don't
I
know
know.
what to drop it at.
I
They drop
bet-
it at 5.5. It's getting hammered.
I think
It's
it's gonna be
over.
6.5 plus money. Unfortunately,
I think so as well, but it's still getting my
yeah.
money.
Give me. Yeah. Honestly, I'll take it too. D'Lo
Yeah.
revenge. He's gonna shoot 1 of 15, but then have 10 dimes. So that's how it goes. But yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it was
I
a
think-
pleasure, bro. Every week this
Yep.
gets easier and easier and better, in
100%.
my opinion. But we'll keep
I
trying
got-
to innovate as well. I want to.
Yes, sir.
I think something we should bring together soon is a little sriracha style where they do the giveaway for the player. I think that was cool, but make it
What?
unique. But
Giveaway
I don't
for
know
the
if you
player?
saw it. They do like a cool little Sriracha does a cool little giveaway at the end of his stream where he like puts a picture of a player up, like
Yeah.
some random player, someone that someone doesn't know too well, historical, current, whatever,
Yeah.
and gives away money to someone that guesses it right. So something like that. Maybe like a little free VIP.
We'll
or
do
something.
free. Yeah, we can do free. I love Mr. Bazillionaire Sriracha.
Yeah, but
He's got betting
let's
those
have-
units. He's got that unit size.
yeah,
but yeah,
let's
that'd be
have a
fun.
day, you guys. Great spots for this weekend. Appreciate everyone tuning in.
Yep.
You can find our dub clubs below. Follow us on Twitter, and it was a pleasure, bro.
Yes, sir. I shall see you soon, and let's get these dubs today.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace, everyone.